Breathe in right now, then breathe in again on top of it without letting go. That stacked double breath is a sigh. Your brainstem just fired one. You sigh roughly 12 times every hour, whether you feel anything or not. Awake, asleep, calm, bored, the double breath keeps coming. Around 12 sighs an hour, one about every 5 minutes. And almost every time, you never notice it happen. So what is it actually for? We treat the sigh as a feeling escaping through the chest. Sadness leaving, relief pushing out, exasperation venting into the air. The sigh is the language of a mood. That's the myth. The truth is far more mechanical. A sigh is scheduled maintenance for your lungs on a fixed timer. Inside your chest sit millions of tiny air sacs called alveoli. When you breathe shallow for a while, some of these sacs collapse. Collapsed sacs stop trading oxygen. Your lungs slowly grow stiffer. To reopen them, you need one big breath, deeper than the rest. This idea starts with a physiologist studying breathing in the 1950s. Mead wanted to know what happened to lungs kept breathing too gently. In the 1950s, Mead studied lung mechanics in anesthetized animals. He confined their breathing to a shallow, resting range, no deep breaths allowed. Held there, the lungs slowly lost compliance. They grew stiffer to inflate. Compliance is how easily your lungs stretch to hold air. Then Mead gave the lungs a single large, forced inflation. And the stiffness reversed. Compliance snapped back almost immediately. One big breath was enough to reopen the collapsed sacs. A periodic deep breath is not a mood, it is a reset. So the body needs regular deep breaths just to keep lungs open. But what pulls the trigger? For decades, nobody knew what timed and fired the sigh. The search moved from the lungs up into the brainstem. Deep in the brainstem sits your breathing rhythm generator. This tiny knot of neurons sets the beat of every breath. Feldman spent his career mapping how the brainstem builds breathing. With Krasnow's lab and researcher Peng Li, they hunted the sigh's switch. They looked at neurons that send signals into the breathing center. A nearby region releases two chemical messengers, or neuropeptides. These peptides land on roughly 200 neurons in the pre-Bertzinger complex. About 200 neurons form the entire sigh command line. In mice, the team blocked both peptide receptors at once. The sighing stopped completely, but ordinary breathing carried on unchanged. One switch off, and only the double breath disappeared. Then they destroyed those specific neurons entirely. Sighs vanished, even during low oxygen. Normal breaths kept their rhythm. The sigh has its own dedicated circuit, separate from breathing itself. Give mice more of the peptides, and sighing shot up sharply. This was the proof. The sigh runs on its own hardware. Not an overflow of feeling, a programmed maintenance command. So the sigh you thought was sadness, it was never about emotion at all. Emotion can trigger it, sure. Research shows stress and relief both raise your sigh rate. But the machine underneath runs constantly, mood or no mood. Think about what this means. Every 5 minutes, a tiny circuit reopens your lungs without asking you. Those roughly 200 neurons are keeping your air sacs alive. The sigh of relief is real, but it borrows an older machine. A machine built to keep millions of tiny sacs from collapsing. About 70,000 sighs pass through you during waking hours every year, mostly unnoticed. Next time, a deep breath escapes you for no reason at all. No, it isn't your heart speaking. It's your brainstem doing its rounds.